Just give me the light. Wow, I feel good.
What's the deal, gang? What goes on? How's everybody doing? Oh shit, let me welcome. Zoom in so they can zoom in. See what I did there? See what I did right there. Time to smoke? Yes and no. Already smoke, but more on the way. Yes. Smoke a little more after we get this W. Yeah. So I think we should mark up some zones here for this hourly closure. Since we have a chance, we're early enough. Daily closed bearish below the range here. Well, below the daily range, but it closed with no bottom wick and at a 4-hour support. So there's a chance we close bullish today and back in range, back above 23.36. But the way we close, typically when you close at a support, at a higher time frame support, you'll end up ranging for the session. And we have a 4-hour level that runs right across here, right where we closed. And I think that's a level all the way down to the 5, almost to the 15. Yep. Let's drop down to 1. Damn, this little area right here, that's 100 pips. This little shit right here, it's 100 pips right here. So this is what we're gonna do. That's what it looks like. We might end up spending our time in this small range. Well, small, relatively small based on the previous candles, right? But overall, there's enough pips in here. Let's just drop down a bit. Got a level there. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if this hourly closes above here. If we can get a bottom wick and a bullish flip, we will take a buy on the flip of the candle. Okay? So if the hourly closes like it is right now, and the first thing we do is come down and tap 23.32 here, and then flip bullish, should be fairly straightforward if we're able to make a bottom wick here and then flip bullish. Okay, this is come on, this is roughly, it'll be roughly 20 pips of range, maybe even more depending on how this closes. That's only the hourly, right? But if we end up seeing price come down here and start closing below on the smaller time frame, 23.32, we'll wait for 5-minute candle, start closing back up above. Yeah, we can get a bottom wick, but that could have been the bottom wick on the weekly. Maybe it's pulling back to leave a bottom wick for next week. But yeah, overall, I would say we're going to retest the lows before coming up. It's just in what manner are we going to kind of, you know, trickle up just to trickle down, just to come back up, or are we going to do this, right? After grabbing the lows really quickly. Anyway, we got 2 minutes here for the Saturday to close, so 2 minutes. Dos. Dos, 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 dos. Well, we've just come back to tap this level, right? So can we hold it? Can we stay above, or will we break back below, back into range? So then we're holding resistance. I don't know, is there a level here? Support that it's holding? Yeah, but if it closes below here, we'll wait for more candles to print. 30 seconds here. It's good to be back in range where we have data to the left. You know, I was just talking about that with somebody like a week ago. Week ago. Oh, with you, chat. I was talking to you guys. That's what it was. I remember that. So we just closed. The hourly's closed below. Respecting, which means no positions just yet, even if it makes a bottom wick and starts coming up. We got to correct some of this move that's happened over the last 2 days. So I think we're due to come up a little bit and correct this move partially. 2360 at the very least. I'm gonna have the Celtics Pacers game on. Can't believe the Pacers gave that last one away. Suckers. Told you Mavs were gonna win? Yeah, whatever. just by the looks of it, we the way the 4 hour looks here, we might be waiting on the next 4 hour. Looks parlay hitting today. Hold on, we got the hockey game on today too. Stars are playing. You good? Yes, sir. I be good. Be interesting. Let's see how this 5 closes here. The fuck? To my camp froze. Drive down on the 22nd of April. Yeah, fine, but like that was a closure below here, below 23.28. And even then, like before it drove down, like you had some wicks that came up here, 23.37, right? But geez, this wasn't. Also, the weekly over here didn't look like it looks right now. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe we are coming down, but we're gonna be able to see that on the smaller time frame, if that's the case. Could you explain the top wick bottom analogy? How to know when it can't flip or can flip? What do you mean? Oh, like right here? Well, we just in terms of like general daily candles, we closed with a very small bottom wick, almost non-existent in relation to like the rest of the wicks on the daily. Look at this bottom wick. This is just stretched out. There's also a strong 4 hour support where we closed, right? So typically when we close right at a higher time frame support, see how from this area we've driven up so many times, tapping it, and look what's happened previously. Like, look, you see that we've closed in this area, no bottom wick, just straight up. Closed in this area, very small bottom. This is an area we shoot up from. It's a strong 4 hour area. Now, it doesn't mean it can't flip bearish here. It just means that it's highly likely to kind of range in this little area before it makes a decision of bearish or bullish, and we can play the range. This is what you're looking at right here, right? This is right there. This is what you were talking about, April 22nd, right? but this one closed here, this one closed below, and then on a smaller time frame, as you started heading back down, you had fake outs back in range here, so you would have been able to take positions right there, in that area. To take it to the bottom of the range, I would probably close it, because on a smaller time frame, you would have been closing back below 2332.19. It's very tough, especially here, to take a position. You're in this tiny range as well. Right? Got a level here that you've tapped. Got a level here that you've tapped. Basically tapped. There's no entries for anything, even if you were pulling back in range. Highly likely we still come up higher to 2334, 2340 areas. Maybe even higher than that. I would just expect a bottom wick here, or a retest of 2328, right? Since we know gold is a very technical pair, right? You have resistance, right? You came down, formed a support, came up here. Now if you close bearish, you'll form a resistance, right? If that happens, highly likely you're going to retest the lows here, right? Support, resistance, range, gold fills the range. Can it fill the range in the shape of a bottom wick? Right, because then you're going to have a 4-hour bullish closure here. So can we fill that range down in the shape of a bottom wick on the next 4-hour? Right, so this way, once the next 4-hour opens up and we form this bottom wick, we say to ourselves, holy shit, range filled. Now if we can flip the other way, that's our positions to come up. Right? But we want a bottom wick also created for the previous 4-hour. It'll give the daily a chance to come down and drive down, and a lot of people will be like, oh shit, daily flip, great time to come down, and then nope, just the bottom wick for the 4-hour come up. And maybe the daily will flip, just not yet. Maybe he'll do it later tomorrow, New York session or something. Hey, there's a chance it drives, but that's the off chance. Chance it drives down. Yeah. Buddy got the Hoosiers shirt on. See that shit. Power colors, baby. Power colors. All red. That's just in case I forget what day it is today. Let's be patient. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes till this 15 closes. No, previous 15 closed back in range, but the hourly closed bullish. So ideally, you would make a top wick here to break the previous hourly high, and then if you come back in range, you can take that sell. But for now, I'm going to wait on the 15 closure here. Coming down, coming down. don't know. This is good though. Like I said, we want it to come down and fill the range, or most of the range. Trying to smoke and I don't have my my vape. So I gotta do one of these. Made a bottom wick for the previous 30. Side bets who wins the jump ball? Celtics do. Nope. Pacers took it. Stolen. So happy to be on time. That's crazy, bro. Once unpunctual, forever unpunctual. What happened? Let me guess, your flight got delayed? Just guessing here. He said, ha ha ha. LOL. LMFMO. Laughing my fucking mask off. Tell me I was just muted for that. Hold on. Sorry, that second part was me just flipping out that I was muted. Jesus, I can't really. All right, let's fuck. I explained all this shit for no reason. Damn, I'm about to just call it a stream. Yo, that's some bullshit. Like, okay, so I was answering the question. Somebody asked, why did we need to break that previous hourly high, and that 15 closure wasn't enough, right? And I was showing you that the 15 closed back in range, first of all, with almost no wick, number one. Right here. Well, sorry. Right there. Almost no wick. It also closed at respecting the most recent, right? So I understand, all right, we closed back in range overall. And yes, we closed below resistance, but the hourly did close bullish, right? So for me to have confidence that we're breaking back into range, I want to market to attempt to drive up, break the previous hourly high, and fail, and then come back down. Then I would have the confidence that it's grabbed enough orders to fill the range down. Like, yeah, sure, we can say hindsight is 2020, right? And like, yeah, we obviously faked out, we closed back in range here, but where's this drive down now coming from? Is it coming off a strong level? No, it's coming off what I was just showing you while I was muted right here. This is a 5-minute level, right? This is a 5-minute level that we rejected off of, which is where the 15 that just came down rejected off of. So like this level doesn't exist on any time frame except the 5. Not the 15, not the 30, not the 1. It doesn't exist anywhere, right? So my thinking is, I don't know how steep this drive down will be, but I know it's weaker than if it was a 15, a 30, or a 1. So I would at least like to come up and grab a top wick off one of those stronger time frames, because we did close bullish. If I'm going to take a sell, and we did close bullish on the hourly, and we did close on that 15 that closed back in range, respecting the most recent. If I'm going to take a sell, it's going to have a stronger confirmation than just a 5-minute level tapped here, right, to come down. Obviously, hindsight is 2020. Like, oh, it's coming down. It's great sell. Yes, but long term, the 5-minute volume isn't going to be the volume that takes you to the promised land. It's going to be the stronger time frames. Long term. You really have to learn how to play the 5-minute ranges, like, and that's or the lower time frame ranges, and that's just experience. Still muted? Bro, mute me again button, see what the fuck happens. He said, not the people's elbow. Yeah, I gave it to him. This shit is strong, yo. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Damn. So we know gold's technical, right? We said that. It's very good at making a support, a resistance, creating a range, and then it fills the range. You're in that. Damn, Hank. Eddie in that too. Eddie doesn't trade until he takes a few pulls. This hair be all over the place, yo. Chill. All right. We got a 30 coming up here in a couple of minutes. This will be an interesting 30, because is this the bottom wick for the hourly? But gang, if the hourly drives down here and the 4-hour flips and we can get some closures belowsures, it'll be really interesting on the next 4-hour. Closures. Bears versus Bulls. Yeah, you know, every season or every off season, when the Bears and the Bulls don't make it to the playoffs in their respective sports, they sit in the parks of Chicago and they play checkers. The Bears versus the Bulls. They ain't playing in the playoffs. Not even the off season, just during playoff season. This is lovely. 2 minutes, 17 seconds for this 30. I'm going to be back in 1 minute. I got to put my hair up. The shit's all over the place. It's pissing me off. I gotta close these. Got me a vape too. Who put the N next to the B? You lucky they didn't put the G next to the A. You'd be all fucked up. 30 closing. Respecting. I love trade and buy, but I think it continue till 20. But I think it will sell. This looks almost exactly like the last Asian session, yeah. Except yesterday we were in the middle of a range coming down, and today we are at a higher time frame support. Ranging market versus driving market was something to take away from this week. Oh, when it comes to WIC countries, yes. That's why I wouldn't have a WIC entry. Let's say we come up here on this 30 or this, right? No WIC entries. Like, even if we had a steeper bottom WIC, and it wasn't like we didn't close at a support if there was room to come down. But if we were below here, I would look for WIC entries down. Right, so ranging markets versus trending markets. If this was the candle that just closed, like this, right? And we came up for a top wick, I don't take that top wick entry here. I take the flip, right? But if we close like this, and the next candle does this, I take a top wick entry here, not the flip. Because we broke out of the range down. Whenever we come up here and tap a resistance, we're gonna have to create a resistance, right? And fill the range down. So, and if we know that, then the wick entry is our advantage. But once we already established the range and we're in it, that advantage is gone on the wick. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Think we're gonna mirror the push to the downside? Maybe, but I think this isn't enough of a liquidity grab on the higher time frame on the daily to come down. I think we need to see higher prices before continuing down. But like, that's just my perspective. It's not, it doesn't mean anything. You might just close below the range and continue. You might see price on your keyboard in a little bit. I don't know, it's possible. But if price starts bleeding down on your keyboard like this, then sell. Don't get FOMO. Start putting little pads underneath the screen. Really, bro, that is a fact about 23.32 and 1 minute 5:30, also on 23.32. Huh? I don't know. Sometimes I could be reading it wrong. Like, your your tone, I guess, is that what it would be called? Your expression. Because when you say ha ha ha, really, bro, it's like we're fighting. It will happen even in the faster way. They push it direct 23-hour slow way. Price goes up a little bit to grab more liquidity. Good luck, my G. Thank you. All right, coming down. Let's mark up a range below here. I haven't marked up anything below here. What do we have going on? What you got going on below? What you got going on below? There was a time you'd let me know. What you got going on below? But now you never show that to me, do you? Come on, everybody, get your lighters out. We'll sing hallelujah together. Alright, the phone lights, the phone lamps. Trying to figure out where we tap to. And this seems like a solid area. It's also one of the most recent ones. Wait, hold on. The daily, I think, might have flipped as well, right? Oh, where the fuck are we? We right here. Bring it. What? We right here. We not going anywhere. We range here. Spartans, this is where we range. Do you trade all sessions? Just New York and Asian. We love you, man, but we need to discuss the chart. Nah. How about them Pacers? They're up by 3, bro. Yeah, let's discuss the chart. Right now, we're back in range. We still haven't closed below 23.28. And a closure belowsure is what we're looking for. So the daily's flipped, right? But does the daily have enough to bring us down to the bottom of the range here? Or will we come back up? Damn, I really wanted that 4-hour to close bullish. I don't want this 4-hour to close doji. If this 4-hour closes like it is right now, that's Like, that sucks for us for the next hour. What it is, yo? What's up? When mirroring moves, you would probably zoom out and look for it across the board. Which ranges were clean, that were driven. Like, not every single range or move has a mirror to it. It's your job to find it. And you are, I mean, you're correct in the way that price has moved very similarly here, like from what you were mentioning before, right? Then established that support, which is exactly where we tapped, right? And then the price came up, which is also exactly where we tapped. And then after this area, it just fucking sank. So you might be correct. It might have to tap in that area. It might just... Look at that. See, it literally fucking dropped off screen here. So, I mean, yeah, you're noticing it, but look, then now look back in time and see where you would have taken advantage of it when this was playing out, and see if you can spot anything to that effect here. And remember, like, there are time frames, like, you might not have the 4 hour looking alike, but you're tapping the same price areas, right? Price points that I keep mentioning. And if you're tapping the same price points, look around through the time frames. Maybe they'll fall in line. Maybe this 4 hour will look like the 1 hour back here, right? And start looking for those little nuances, and you'll see your mirrors. Four-hour closing doji sucks because in this case the 4 hour would close doji at a support, right? And it tried to push up, so like it would take long to set up. We still have no advantage there, and we would need another hourly or two to start setting up. You don't want to close a doji candle at a support or resistance. I mean, unless you want to range for a little while. Unless you need a break, you need a bathroom break, that's the close you want. Like, if you show up to stream and then like, oh damn, I forgot the kids in the car at the Walmart. I gotta run back and get them out. But I can't miss this trade, and I'm just gonna sit here on stream, and then you're like, oh shit, we closed doji, perfect. I make this run to go get the kids that are stuck in the car. You know. At Walmart. Right, then like that's the kind of candle, like that's the run back to Walmart, get your kids time kind of candle. Like, you got shit to do, go get it done, boo boo. You know what I mean? Avoid child protective services. I mean, unless we get a trade, then fuck the kids, yo. Just trade with us. You know what I'm saying? How'd you get groceries to the crib? You ever just take the Walmart cart home? You ever just wheel it all the way back home? Like a phone to your shoulder type shit. You'll be having an important conversation. Next thing you know, you're 4 blocks down and it's closer to get home than back to Walmart. And you're like, nope, fuck it. I'm just going to keep going. Oh, don't fucking look at me like that, chat. Like, you've never fucking walked home with a Walmart cart. Took the hand cart home. Alright, somebody dial up Walmart. We found the guy. They had one wheel. My shit had the wheel lock on it. It had the yellow thing. I had the boot on it. You ever took the cart that had the boot on it? That's all kinds of fucked up. They be doing that in Publix. Publix, yo, as soon as you go outside, I be trying to run with it. Lock up. I be like, yo, my car's 6 blocks away. How you gonna lock me out right now? Yeah, Chad, I took the Walmart register keyboard. This is it. Like, if you go to Walmart and you can't scan yourself out because the fucking register is missing a keyboard, yeah, Wix 9 been there. Been there, seen the movie. What word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? The one you added 2 letters to it for it to be shorter, which is short, right? Short, you added 2 letters, and then it's shorter. Duh! Oh, I'm sorry, you were playing with the chat. I fucked it up. My bad. My bad. You gotta address that to somebody. Can't just be like popping out questions. Ness failed it. I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm logically inclined. Can you elaborate on mirroring a move and how you take advantage of it? Like to take a trade, please. Damon, you said you weren't going to ask any more questions. But your questions may provide some value. So, if we were to look back at what we initially wanted, or what Hank wanted to mirror, which was the 22nd, right here. So the 4 hour. So you see how right now we have this top wick here, and in this area is just a straight candle. There was times when there was a top wick here, but on a different time frame, or you're going to get that straight candle right here, this move, but on a different time frame. You might get this that you've printed here on the 4. While back then, while back then it was just a full move on a different time frame. It's also just full candles, but on the 4 hour, look, see how on the daily on the 4 hour you had this bullish closure. I'm trying to see how it would be simpler to explain this. And then you came down. So just because it looks like a top wick here right now on the 4, it doesn't mean that you're going to get this looking exactly like this on the same exact time frame. What I'm trying to get to is that it might look like this, but on a different time frame. So it might take longer. You might get the daily to close, right? And it would fall in line with everything that we're doing because we closed at a support. So you might get the daily to actually close like this instead of the 4 hour like we had over here, right? And then the next day, tomorrow evening, right? Oh, not tomorrow, on Sunday evening, when next Asian session opens up, you might see this. But this will be on the daily, not on the 4 hour like it was over here. Doesn't have to look exactly the same. It has to tap the same price points in the same manner. And then you'll see that through different time frames, on some time frames, it'll match up to what it looked like previously and what it looked like before. gotta flip this tape. Come on, tape. Flip it. Flip it. Pull him back. Pull him back. So this could have been the pullback. Right? Because now we've tapped that area. 4 hour might close bullish. We spoke about this before, remember? The daily flipping bearish. But because of the way we've closed and at a support and barely a bottom wick, highly likely we're going to come back up and make a steeper top wick after getting all the sellers in. Very interesting how that happens over and over and over all the fucking time. Could you peep Bitcoin?
How about no?
Right, so more about levels tapping than mirroring. Yes, you want to mirror the movement of price, not candles looking identically. It's just when price moves a certain way, a lot of times candles will print a certain way, right? But not always, not exactly, right? But when it's happening, and if the candles aren't printing that way, but it's happening, that same thing is happening, you want to be aware of that. So you would look to see what it's mirroring, and you would look to see what price points are tapping. And based on that previous example, we would expect this to eventually come down. It's just, will it come down now, or will it make a steeper top wick? Will we hold the support, right? It'll be time. Give it time. Will it come down? It might not happen today. Like I said, we might get a daily closure like that 4 hour closure was previously, and then it'll spend this whole day ranging or bullish before driving down tomorrow. Well, you got a bright idea, bro? What's up, Javier? That should look like you just had an idea. Big ass lamp lit up. Either that or you're going into the mines. Oh, you're a mechanic. That's right. You got to change that shit. You got to change it to like the surgeon. Cause we fucking, you know, we scalpel. We got scalpels over here. Scalp. We surgical with this shit. Like Denzel, I'm surgical with this bitch. But by the way, finally woke up early to make it to your stream. Damn. It ain't that hard. What do you mean you finally woke up early? I mean, I'm glad. What's early? If you finally woke up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., go the fuck back to sleep, bro. Be a normal human being. But if you woke up at like 5, 6, fine. Nah, that's standard. You're supposed to be waking up at that time. With the devious strat, I only get half setup, 1 to 2 setups a week. Is that normal or it's normal for you, right? Because it's not like the devious strategy. It's just you're using knowledge you gained here, and the way you are applying it, that's what you're getting. It's just your application of the knowledge. You're approaching things from like the wrong angle, right? You're thinking about things. You're going to think about things all wrong. You're going about it all wrong. Candle look thick? Yeah, that's a girthy candle. I swear, No Cappuccino P is a dope name. Mr. Consistent. Yes, I am Mr. Consistent. What you gonna do? Hourly. 4 hour. Talking to you, ladies. Damn. I do like the fact that we're closing above the range here. I think this, based on the support, based on the fact that we're holding it, based on the fact that this is clean range up and we just held support again. I mean, we had our support here and we had a chance to drive, we had a chance to break it. We didn't. If it's going to try again, reject and flip bullish, right, I think we can drive up to the top of the range, which means we'd have to make a bottom wick first here, come down, and then flip up, which means that would, the 4 hour closes bullish, so it would make sense, right, if we come down, make a bottom wick, right, this would make sense to then fill the wick up. 4 hour does close bullish. This would also fill that wick down on the hourly and once again reject support, and it would be a bullish 30 here. It'll be a bullish 15. It'll give the previous 15 a bottom wick also. Yeah, you know what, that would be lovely if we can flip bullish. So if we can tap 23.28 and then flip bullish, if we can fill the range down, flip bullish first thing, I'll look for buys. Okay, it will be buys on a flip. Pip advantage point. Okay. Likes. I see 12. $30 here. The hourly closure. The 4 hour closes doji though, that changes things because we're gonna be below this 4 hour level. There's room to come down here. Oh god. Like, you don't want to be below this level, right? The most recent level right here. And we closed right below that area. So now any bullish flip, I gotta worry that it can come back down, bouncing off this area and fill the range down like it did previously. It gets a little tough here. We want, like, this is doing exactly what we want, right? We wanted that bottom wick to 23.28 and a bullish flip, but this level here won't let me sleep. Right, where it's right at it. It can just as easily come up here. Look at all these orders it rejected it. It could come up and then break the lows, and then we're on our way down. Right? So it's a little difficult. Not difficult, but it delays what you guys are wanting, which is gratification and a trade. And it just delays entries. This is what we wanted. We want that bullish flip, but that was a really weak 4-hour closure. Think about the string theory. That is a very interesting conversation, but we're in the middle of fucking, trying to lock in. Fuck, I look like Michio Kaku. Yeah. I will, however, propose this while I'm trying to lock in here. If people were on the right path to discovering the true physics, right? A theory that connects everything, right? And like, if you were the government and you had like technology way beyond, or like maybe alien technology or reverse engineer technology, I think the string theory would be a great way to throw scientists or people in general, humanity, off for a few generations and let them just hunt the string theory, because it works well in equations, but it's not finished, right? It doesn't encompass everything. Can't be proven. But it would be an incredible way for the government to throw people off for a few generations and tell them that that's the science, right? And pay people to develop that science behind string theory, and then like if let's say that the government knows that that's not it, and they've developed a different kind of physics, a new physics, or a physics we haven't discovered yet, like things they know about physics that we don't understand yet. If they have new knowledge that's not like common, and it's not string theory, I think string theory would be a great way for the government to throw people off. What came the first, chicken or the egg? It's true. Let's trade live New York Open. You're in Florida. I do. I do with everybody in the clubhouse. We had a great move this morning in the clubhouse. 30, 40 pips, right? And people caught like 200, 300. I skimmed through it. I saw some people fucking smack today. Like that shit owed you money. Alright, there it goes. There's that push down. It's breaking the 4-hour low after making that low, right? Wow. Chat, I'm going to take a sell right here. I just took a sell right here. Hold on, it's moving. 2327.7. Oh, no, wrong thing. We rebroke the current 4-hour low, so that's what I'm looking for. Come on, get out of here. There we go. Oh, we saw 9 pips there? Really? Alright, I think we'll see more. So we made a low on the 4. We came back up, we tried to drive, and then we rebroke that low, and that's what I was looking at. But I get carried away with these fucking conversations. That's what I was talking about. Fucking string theory, man. It's alright, I think we'll come down further. I think we'll end up back in range. Here bees my 10 pips. I know, tell me about it. Should have had a bit of a better entry. Now, we broke all the lows, previous daily lows, everything. Like, I don't see what's stopping us from coming down now. Since 8:20. Well, thanks for letting us know, Hank. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. Damn, what the fuck is it doing? Did you guys see that move? I saw +8, -8, +8. -8. It's got volume, I'll tell you that. I mean, the price is moving. Just now it's moving in the wrong direction. Everyone's expecting it to come down, so it's coming up. Well, you're expecting bottom wicks, right? But the thing is, you broke the previous 4-hour low, and also on this 4-hour, the first thing you did was make a low. So you made a low, came up, and then you rebroke that low, and that's what we took. Eyes look clear. Fuck the string theory. Yeah, I think we would have, if we got on the rebreak, I think we would have been like 12, close half at like 12 or 10 at break even. Yeah, the most I saw here was 9 pips, and I saw it for like a split second. But like, I still think based on these rejections, right? Like, we need to come down. But if we end up coming back up in range and closing up in range, then I don't know. We'll look to manage. Fuck string theory. That's ugly. 5 close respecting. Tough game. Not comfortable, so it'll be E. Wait for flip. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, I'm just gonna have to wait for closures here. My guy sold the bottom. I mean, that's what we've been doing for a few years here. We sell the bottom and we buy the top. Tell these people something else they don't know about me. All right. Advantage point here. Oh, strong area, yeah. One more rebreak of the lows. I'm gonna close 75% of my position. Once we rebreak the low, can we rebreak the low? I saw 9-10 pips. Yep. So 9-10 pips. Didn't get it. I didn't close anything. You're not the first guy who came in here and told us that? Yeah. Sometimes though. Sometimes they have been right. Very rarely. But very, very rarely. At 15 flip. You got a minute on this 15, so let's see how this 15 closes. Got out in profit. I saw 9-10 pips and the advantage point here. Let's go back. 26.5, right? That's what I'm expecting. 26.6 at the very least. So that would have been roughly 20 pips. I'm sorry, 26.5. That would have been 12 pips, not 20 pips. Yep. Well, 15.5 let candle for what it's worth. 15 flip bullish. $30 flip bullish, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not closing anything here at this point. $15 closed doji. $5 no top hook. I know. There's, but the thing is, it's in both directions here, right? It's also once again more of a coin flip, but the thing is, it hasn't given me a reason to close one on a closure yet. But if you're up in range, you figure you fill this top wick. If you start breaking the range above, right, 32, then you're looking to see if you're either breaking back in range here for a pineapple or if you're managing risk. But I would expect it to tap the top of the range once the hourly flip. No. Close and take buys. I'd have to close based on a closure, and it hasn't told me, right? Yeah, the hourly's flipped, but we broke the previous daily low, right? We broke all the 4-hour lows, and there's clean range to the bottom here. So once this closes against me, then I'll have to reconsider, and it'll matter how it closes. The 15 was an indecision candle, and the 5 closed with no top wick. And what do we know about those closures? Typically, you'll get, you know, a top wick and come back the other way. I don't know if we will because that's only the 5 here, but typically that's what you'll see. Back. If we hold this area, where do the wicks come down to? $27.02, $34.430. Yeah, I'm gonna look for this to still come back down. If I get bullish closures and we get bottom wicks and then bullish flip, then I'll look to close, and we'll have to be above this area. We'll have to be above 33. Below 33, I'll probably look for a pineapple. Win or lose, we always come back. Oh, I'm in 36 pips to drawdown, 35 pips. We'll be fine. We will be fine. Got out of the short with $2 US. Happens. Stop saying valid. Took buys. I'm targeting 200 pips. I don't blame you. If it closes above here, I might have buys tonight too. But for now, I have a closure above there. We're close. I needed one more re-break to go break even. We didn't quite get there. We got to 26.9. 26.5 was the advantage point. So I figured we're going to re-break it one more time. We did not. I don't understand this stop loss that huge. I don't have a stop. I don't trade with a stop, but that's just the most logical level where at this point it makes sense. Because above there, you're in the wrong direction completely. That's where structure on the higher time frame will change. Got the erection candle. Yeah, it's fucking annoying. Are we going to become liquidity at this time? I'm not even sure what that means. But what I do know is the market will need to, if it closes bullish here or close bullish above there, it'll need to come back down, create a bottom wick. Right? So if it does maintain all its bullish momentum without flipping down here, then we will look for bottom wick exits, possibly. No top wick on this 5 either. That's 2 5-minute candles in a row. No top wicks. In a bearish buy. That makes sense. Whole lot of sense. All right, let's go back to this. So range 1, right? This is your, oh, you could say that's your range 2. I would expect us to close back here in range. But if we close above here, and then if we get a bottom wick and a bullish flip on the 30-minute candle in about 5 minutes, right? Then I'll look to manage risk. $23.33 possible resistance, yes. And the thing is, typically, right? From range 1 to range 2, you're likelier, like I said, to come back in range. We discussed it before, right? You're likelier to come back below 23.32 and come down. But that doesn't mean that it will do that every time, because the market does tend to turn around quite often, right? So on the smaller time frame for it to turn around, you'll need to see closures above 35, because that would be your range 2 breakouts. At that point, it is likelier to come up than to come down. But like the hourly's flip bullish, right? Don't get it wrong. We've grabbed orders and the hourly's flip bullish. Yeah, it's coming back. It's coming up the other way. But on the off chance that it comes back in range, which typically from range 1 to range 2 it does, then I'll take advantage of it. Honestly, I'm expecting a 4-hour wick fill down. I'm not expecting, once this hourly's flip bullish, it's a different idea, but my risk management will stay the same. It's been a tough month for me. I've got 2 losses this month. Tough month, 2 losses. Still tough month. I'm break even for the month. Basically, minus, let me look. You know, minus 38 pips for the month. So we had a 5 close above. And then a 5, I don't know, close below, barely below, but below, I don't know. Let's see if it fakes out back in range. But if this is able to flip back bearish, we might have some pineapples. But it won't be a flip here. We'll need a closure. We'll need to close below. And we'll need to get top wicks and then look for pineapples. Oh, that's the 5 minute. Interesting. Chat. I want to see if we can close on this 15 or on this 5 below in 2 minutes. And if we can do that, we will look for pineapples. We want this closure back below range. Off the rip? No. Once it closes below the range, I think we will look for a top wick. I just don't know if it'll close below range. It needs to come. It has to close below here. Here for this 5. 2 minutes for the 30. Wow. Yeah, you want the 30 to respect here. If it closes above, you're probably out on the next candle bottom wick. Let's see how this 5 closes in 1 minute. Loving the volume. I'm loving the volume too. I'm just not loving our direction at the moment. With the volume and the way we come down, I'm really expecting to fill the range after we rebroke the 4-hour lows. That's not something I rethink. That's just the position I would take every time. Closed here, yeah. First thing we're doing is making a bottom wick, so I would expect us to come up here, but I'll look to close once we close above 35. That's what I'm looking for. That's the range to breakout above there. Below here, we can make a top wick, come back down in range, and then yeah, we fake out. You and sells, yeah. I had a entry here on the rebreak on a 4-hour low. If you guys mad that you took the sell trade, don't blame. Well, it's been no. I don't think anyone's there anymore. I think it's been 2 years of streaming. I don't think anyone blames me for it. I mean, if they do, I mean, God bless them. But for most people here have been here for a long enough time to understand how we trade, right? And they're okay with it. Those people are long gone. Yeah, I mean, we still get like, yeah, obviously there's new people coming in. On the daily, there'll be like, you know, I think we average maybe like 10 to 15 new people per stream. But for the most part, people that like are really in tune with what we're doing, they'll know. Chat. No, we want to close below here, right? We can still reject and come up anywhere in this range as long as we're above this area. You see that? This is a strong rejection area. So there's a chance you come down here. This is your bottom wick, and then it flips up. Right? There's a chance that happens. So don't celebrate as it's coming down. We need a closure below. And if it closes up above here, I'm not gonna close off the rip. I'll wait for the next candle to see what the next candle does. Did you already hit gym today? No, I didn't go to the gym today because I was dealing with something with my kids. No gym tomorrow either. Taking them to a doctor. Yo, all week we win. There's like 400 people on stream. The day I'm in drawdown, 700. You guys are cute. Buys clean? Yeah, maybe. You know, honestly, I wouldn't be in buys here. Like if I wasn't in any position, I wouldn't be in buys either. I wouldn't be in any position here at this moment. Close your L. This is a stop loss. I'll close your trade. The stop loss on. Well, good thing I don't have a stop loss. When did you start becoming profitable? Like after how many months or years? I only got like pretty consistent with like winning month to month, having month to month profits. Like 2 years into trading, where I like last month I had profit, this month profit. Like I've had, you know, still I've had losing months, but it would be like, all right, small losing month, break even. All right, more profits, and slowly that's how it went. But it was, I think, took me over 2 years to get to that point, and then like another year to make back everything I lost beforehand. How are you hunting the stops I don't have? Yeah. Well. What are we doing there, gold? Come on, come up. We need to tap 23.35 and make a decision if we're going to close above it or not. And the only possible place for pineapples. But I would expect us to get to 32 before it loads up in any direction, right? Because the same way it comes down, that's typically the same way it comes up. Same ranges. Takes time. Don't be surprised at 2 years. Yeah, it was just a lot of misery for a few years. And the misery doesn't end after 2 years. Like, because like after 2 years, you still don't know everything. I knew a lot less than I know now, right? And like with all the things that I know now that I didn't know, even though I found consistency, I used to still get really frustrated. Really frustrated. What gave you the motivation to win back your losses? I came to a realization that this is for the long haul, right? This is going to take a long time. And I'm not just saying, oh, it's going to take a long time. No, I came to that realization. And I just hunkered down. I bunkered down. I just, stop worrying about other things. Stop worrying about making money. And it was just like, all right, I know this isn't going to make me money for a long time. I'm good with it. I'm not even going to look at the money. I'm just going to try to come in here and win. Right? Like, the NBA players, they're not looking at their paychecks. They know their paycheck, but during the game, they're not concentrating about making the money for the game, right? Not coming in here trying to make his game paycheck. He's coming in trying to win. That paycheck is just the byproduct, right? It's a side effect of doing their job. And that's how I started looking at it. Like, this is just a byproduct. Coming down to this area. 30 flip 2. So we know we're going to tap 32.2, 32.1 here. It all depends on how we're going to react at this area. Interesting to see how the hourly reacts. Markets will 80% of the time just go after the orders, basically, or move based on them. No profession that pays good will be quick money. It's but like everyone knows that's so cliche, right? Like it takes time, but like at some point you really like deep inside, like deep in your head, like like between you and you, right? You start to feel that really hits home. That's at some point it really like wow, like I need to stop putting focus on money. This is just gonna take time, and I need to be cool with it. Is there any game in the background? Yeah, I'm watching the Celtics Pacers game. Breaking the low again. I think if we took the 30 flip, it's not that bad, because then you can probably break even here by the time, if it does decide to come back on this position. But for now, if we get a closure below 23.32, then I'll look to add pineapples. Market can go 23.90 or 41 level. Yeah, market can do whatever. It's the market. We don't dictate it. We just try to hop on. There's equal lows, liquidity that needs to be taken out before going up. I agree. 134 wins is not just a stat here. 134 days people came and took their W with this. We appreciate everything. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate you. It's the easiest way to take your mind off the money. I just told you, you have to come to the realization that it's going to be a long process. It's going to be thousands of trades, thousands of breakdowns, thousands of days. It is a long process. Oh, hold on a second, chat. Do you think you would have a profitable month if you took your losses like you take your wins? This is where that journal, where Elvis's journal would have came in handy, because his journal has a tab for full potential of the trade. But like, I'm up every single month for the last 2 years at least. You know, like, it's like I'm lying. I had one negative month in, not last year, the year before that, at the end of the year. I think it was August or September. I think it was August. September I took a big loss and I made it right back. But August, I think, was one of those months. So I don't look at it in those terms. I just look at it in terms of sticking to doing what makes sense logically. Just not overall, but in every trade specifically, for every position. Even with my birthday losses, yeah, the loss I took on my birthday this year and last year were made up very quickly. This year, the loss on my birthday, it was good 2 weeks for me to come back. I think by like October I was there, but I was up for the beginning of September a lot. Last year was a break-even month for me. August, I think, was a down month. August and September, I remember together, were just like weird 2 years ago. This is 2022. That was also when I just started streaming, right? I started streaming from like, I was covering for Don in like June, July, August, and then we started streaming like, all right, full time, I think closer to October. But like, it was in that phase of like, I don't know, it was just a lot of shit going on, and then I took like, though they weren't bad months, but they weren't great months. They weren't winning months, and like, I was just starting streaming. I'm like, yo, like, how am I streaming right now with the last 2 months not being profitable when I was starting? But then I looked at my shit. I was like yo, why am I talking myself out of it when I'm like, if I look at last year and a half worth of work, it's, you know, nothing but profits before that. So start having those weird conversations with yourself, right? Become your own biggest critic. Yeah, there's that. You see, you made a bottom wick. Came up here on the hourly. So now that we've tapped this area, we've done it in the first 3 minutes, right? I know the hourly's flip bullish, but we've tapped this area, and if we're able to flip bearish on this 15, it's only the first 3 minutes of this 15 that we made a top wick. I will look for sells because we have a 10 pip advantage point here to the bottom of the range, at which point we'll go break even on the pineapple. And then if it continues down, great. If it decides to come back up, this pineapple will hit break even, and we have our initial position that we will be managing afterwards. Maybe a future pineapple, maybe a close later, right? Everybody understand? Capiche? Alright, gang. I'm gonna have a sell stop here on the break of this 15 low. Right here. On the flip of the 15. Now be quick. I'm gonna manage it really quickly. As soon as it taps that bottom of the range. Alright. You don't have to account for spread here on a sell. That we might not even get active, but if we do, I'm gonna go break even just on this position. Right? As soon as we tap 23.32. Five closing bullish. Entered on a sell since 34.60. Nice. But the thing is, if it comes back up there and re-breaks the highs, right? Like, if that's a pineapple, you should be closing it out because you'll have a chance for a better pineapple. Dog, where's your stop loss? That's what I'm saying. I've been asking that same question. Almost close here. Close to activation. It's on the flip, but we haven't flipped yet. Almost activated. Up needs more structure. Possible, all possible. we get activated on the pineapple? Why are you talking about pineapples, not mango? So people could understand me. If I start talking mangoes, people aren't gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. But since we've all decided to stick to the same lingo, agree on a language, then come on. Half a pip. Half a pip. Almost. I don't know why I crossed here, but my entry's right there. Not yet. Not yet. $2332.86. All right, gang. 32.86. That's way off. Looks closer on my terminal. Why you talking about? What? Got activated in a few. I got it like half a pip below the candle break. It got really close. Not yet. Not yet. I think we will get activated pretty soon. Unless this flips bullish here, there's 5. But I think we this 15's made a top wick. It's come up to that level, right? I think we're pretty solid. I think I'll be in there with you guys in a split second. Come on, make chat feel better. Wix, would you ever show your trading chart like down low one day? Yeah, when the United States makes it legal and I'm also getting paid for it. Yeah. What did I read the other day? I think the penalty is like a ban, lifetime ban from the CFTC for trading or something like that. They just ban your ass. I will say this though, this is 4 minutes till the 30 closure, right? If we don't get activated here, we might have a better entry. When do you prefer smoke out day or night? I mean, I just smoke whenever I feel like it. I always smoke. Just upgraded my town hall level 9, man. Go to hell price. Slip into hell. Oh man, he's awake. Was good. Drawdown. We in drawdown, TT. You have finally joined us during a drawdown stream. we is in drawdown. Think it will go directly down after retracing to 43 to 50? No, I'm not trying to see that retracement. That's a lot of going up before that drive down. I ain't trying to see that. Part of the game ain't nothing but a G thing. Yeah, I mean, I know, right? But the key is having a plan for how to manage. Where you're gonna get out, where you're not gonna get out, where you're gonna hold on to the position. That's the key. We break these highs, break above 23.35. You might see it push up, but it should come down and leave some, you know, leave some wickage. Because this is clean range to the left. You don't want that filled now. But our Q will be the closure above and then a wick down and then market coming up. That's how I drop all my month progress. Hey, I had a trade. I've had a pretty killer month. I had a trade take away most of my month, and I built it back up. Now, just, you know, this will eat up a lot of that too. But that doesn't matter. Like, it's like I said, it's not a game of, you know, a couple of weeks. It's a game of thousands. Like you know, you're gonna take thousands of trades over thousands of days. These drawdowns, they better have value to you. There better be like risk management techniques you're getting out of this. Or just building your tolerance. Yeah, so I'm gonna delete this sell stop here. Because there's 20 seconds left in this hourly candle. It's gonna close bullish, but it's not, it's closing bullish at this little resistance. So there's that. I think depending on how we open, it'll matter. That's tough that it's making this bottom wick first here. What is this to the bottom of the range? 17, 18 pips. Yeah, I don't see how this doesn't flip bullish here. Peeps be crazy when they see him draw down. Yeah, I mean, like, we trade. We really trade. So I would expect a bounce off this area, right? Off of 23.32 here to come back up bullish. But an off chance we're able to close back in range. Right. Then we can look for more positions. China gonna raid Taiwan soon? Yes or no? I don't know. They keep talking about it. Price looks like it's gonna keep pushing up. Yeah, that's what it looks like at the moment. The price also hasn't closed in your direction, right? It's closed bullish against us, but in range 2. We don't have a range 2 breakout yet. You just had a range 1 breakout, right? So if you get something like this, right, then we'll look for more pineapples and look to come down. But you would need this candle. It should flip. It should take you up to 23.35 and make a decision if it wants to come back down here or not. And you want it to look like this. That's your fake out to come back down. Not liking it making a bottom wick. Yeah, well, that's what it is. It has to make it. The price has to break this high. We need to tap resistance 23.35. I don't know if I believe this move up. Why not? It's just up to what point. It's coming up. Yeah, you're gonna come up, tap resistance, but will it respect resistance or will it hold it and then start coming back down? Yeah. Boston gonna run away with this shit, just like gold's running away. Damn, it looks like it's coming up on every time frame, right? Except the 4. Well, it looks like a top wick on the 4. But that's good though, right? It came down, made a bottom wick, came back up, and created a top wick. So now this candle, you're not worried about the flip. I mean, yeah, it can happen. It should happen after coming down, tapping the slow, but you're less worried about it because it already created a top wick here. It tried to drive, so naturally it would have to break the low it made if it's going to drive up any further. But at the rebreak of that low, there's a chance it breaks back into range. So that's how we're approaching it. Yeah, Boston up 17. We going up. The 1 hour is bullish engulfing. Maybe there's something to that. Wix, you good? Yeah, I'm chilling. What do you mean? I'm just chilling in some 50 pips of drawdown. Exciting times. Exciting times. Thinking about entering on the rebreak of the low. I think I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. So for anyone that got activated initially, like if I was activated on that position, I would have, once we tap here 23.32, I would go break even on that position. Because if it comes back up, this is the level it'll come back up from. Once it comes down, taps 32.48. It can totally bounce from it. Yeah, this is like, if it's gonna bounce, this is where it'll bounce. But if it's not, if it's gonna come down and fill the range, then like, great. Yeah, if I was activated there, I would have been out here. Just might range to London. Well, not if it closes above 35, then you're likely, yeah, you might range, but it'll be a much bigger range. It's been in this price range for about an hour now. You see how it rejected, bounced off that area, and it's not that I'm 100% sure that it's going to bounce off that area, but like if it does bounce, that's why you have to manage risk on that position. But overall, you could still come down. The higher time frames overall are bearish, even though you've had your bullish closure. Once this 4-hour closes, then you're bullish. But that weak doji, like, I would honestly, just the most recent looking like this and then re-breaking the lows, this, because the range is here, the overall range is here, 29 to 24, but did we really break into that range? I don't know. We're looking for 2 or 3 more pips to break even. Didn't quite get there. But yeah, I don't have a guarantee that it'll go out. I just know that that's the, if we were going to reject anywhere, that would have been the area. Have you entered again? No, I have not had a pineapple. Got close, but did not get one. One minute here for the 15. So, if we can break the high of this 15 and then flip bearish, it would be interesting. But I need us to close. This needs to close strong bearish. This is weak as hell. Yeah, like if we're able to touch the top of the range here, tap it again, and flip bearish, then I would look for more pineapples, right? Because that would flip the 30 and the hourly bullish and break the highs and then come back down. At that point, you're most likely coming back in range, but chances of that happening are very slim. Yeah, see, straight down. This entry was not the best one. Should have done at the bottom itself. Amen. I'm just going based on my logic, and like honestly, there's nothing about that entry that I would have changed. The way the candle printed, like a high percentage of time, it runs to the bottom of the range before that rejection. That's just typically what happens. Oh, they're beefing. 6 minutes to go. Just take the L and go back to Indiana. I don't get it. Need a closure below here. We need a closure below 23.32. Okay. So, yeah, just gonna run. No chance of pineapples or what? Can we close? Don't know. Could be a bottom wick for the hourly, right? Let's see, 90 seconds here for this 5 to close. Quick peek at the art Santos made. Pretty dope. That's not a real train card though, I'll tell you that much. Cause that shit's in New York, and I know you're not from New York. Oh fuck, I missed it. We're coming down here and there's no closure. Yeah. Gang. As soon as this closes, I'm gonna take a sell here. Back in range. Right. I would expect this. I took a sell there off the rip, but I would expect that to come now, start driving down with that bearish 5 closure. Really? After that push back in range, I'm expecting to retap the lows. Why would the 4 hour do that, right? Why would it come down and flip? I'm expecting the 4 hour not to flip at that point to retest the lows with that 5 closure. We need to break the current candle low. That's what we need. Can we re-break the lows? I don't know how this shit came down so fucking far over here. I don't know what this is about. I don't know. Try it again. Really? You'd expect a 4-hour to flip here based off a rejection like that. Did it flip? Did we see the 4-hour flip bearish? We should see it now, right? Yeah, we did. It had to flip bearish because it broke these lows. But the expectation is the 4-hour to flip. Over here. Why is it having such a hard time? Damn, our initial pineapple would have been lovely here. Huh. That's so strange. I don't know why the 4-hour flipped and didn't drive. I would expect the 4-hour to drive, and 4 hours is a long candle. I understand it can still come back up and come back down, but like after flipping bearish, right? After grabbing these orders here, and then closing back below. Was flip bearish again. All right, gang. I'm gonna close half. No, I'm gonna close full here at 7.6. Gotta re-break. No, right here. I'm gonna close full at 13 pips. Yay! Congrats. 13 pips. Could have had more. Could have had like 20, but it pushed back down. W. 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 13 pips. Full closure. If you told me tonight, walking into the session, you'll get a full closure at 13 pips, I would have said, I'll take it. Better than half at 10. What a roller coaster. I mean, it's not a roller coaster. We stop looking at the money and apply logic. Just like range 1, range 2 above here. Remember we spoke about, I know it's easy for me to say that now that this is played out, right? And I can be like, oh, well, obviously. It's not obvious, but it's just probabilities, right? We play the games of probability. I'm not going to enter anymore. The 4-hour can re-break the lows. Like you said, it was a roller coaster. We got our 13 pips. I closed full, and that's it. But let's talk about the value in here. All right? And let's talk about what we saw here. Let's get rid of these red lines because they piss us off. Right? We can come back to that. Let's go back to our range 1, range 2. And remember what I said. Anything in here is likely to come back in range. Probability dictates so. Anything above here is likelier to continue driving. This is how you get your range 2 breakouts. This is how we were able to identify fake outs, right? Based on range 1, range 2s. And that knowledge doesn't go away. You still use it in your risk management. You still use it in your trading. Even though we don't like discuss it all the time and apply it exactly how we want it, it still goes a long way knowing it, knowing your ranges. Range 1, range 2 concepts, right? So just, you have to be logical. I know you see it driving against you, and I know there's every reason in the book for here to say, all right, we just closed back up in range and now we can drive. But like, all those are emotional reasons, right? Data is your best friend, and data is going to give you valid valid time tested reasons to either stay in a trade or exit a trade. And I just told you the reason I didn't close there was because it was a range 1 breakout, and at range 1, with the closures we were getting, you are likelier to come back down in range than you are to continue up. If we ended up pushing up through here, then yes. But yeah, data, it's your best friend. Collect data and apply it. I can get emotional here and close. Yeah, this looks, you know what it's like sitting in 70 or 80 pip drawdown in front of 700 people? It's not my first rodeo, gang. It's a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise that I need to tune out, right? And that's the hardest part for me, tuning out the noise, because like at some point, like it's not that it's tuning it out once, it's tuning it out all the time, years at a time, you know, months at a time. They was ready to curse me out. They would curse me out anyway. Like, even win or loss, the key here is to manage according to the plan. The plan exists for a reason. And once you start getting emotional, mismanaging, oh, it's closing, you know, closing here, it's going up against us, like, you might get another entry that was even worse, right? Or you might just take that one L, never get a pineapple, and like a whole bunch of whispers. Yeah. So call 43 pips. This is what chat sounds like to me when I'm trading there. Drawdown ain't great, but I need to think logically. That's where I say, like, oh, like the drawdowns are lessons. People are like, yeah, whatever. You just don't want, like, you need a reason. You need an excuse here. Drawdowns are lessons, but like they teach you all these things that you wouldn't know if you just went straight into profits. He didn't even stick with his bias. He closed before his original position was in profit. I closed at 13 pips in profit. Full closure. Do you have an issue with me closing in profits? Could have had more. Mr. Could have had more. I closed where I'm comfortable. I made this decision. I stuck to my plan. And you got some nerve. Let me tell you, you got some nerve. Sound like Donkey from Strike. Yeah, how are you mad that I closed my position? You're still playing fear when you're in the money and hope when you're in drawdown? No, I'm just going based on my levels. And once we came down here, like, there's a chance we reject here. There's a strong support. Once it came down to this support, right? It just pulled back up, so I just only closed 13, but I was going to close at this support regardless once it started pushing. But I told you, like, look at the 4 hour. Once the 4 hour did that, you're expecting the 4 hour now to come down next support. I'm not willing to take that risk after the high volume time has passed, right? And we already got a W. What if we bounced off this area as a bottom wick for the hourly, right? Which it can still do, right? Previous hourly closed bullish and above that range. This could just be a bottom wick to continue up. So I take all these things into consideration, and I took a calculation that I was satisfied with 13 pips on that trade and sticking to my plan. If you notice, we analyzed every single candle on the way up to figure what was going on. Yeah, that's true. Also, every single candle, the closures, the reasons why not. I mean, like, did you double your lot size on the pineapple? No, same lot size. 10 on the original, 10 on the pineapple. Slowly making that Civic back, wheel by wheel, rim by rim. Are you looking for another trade? No, we're past, like, my session is typically 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. It's already 10:35. I'm gonna go. My daughter, I gotta go pick up my kid at 11 from school. Like right now, 11 p.m. She was on a field trip and they're coming back right now. Took the first pineapple, closed the 10 pip. Yeah, we had a chance to do that. The first, not the first pineapple. Oh, the first pineapple. First pineapple. Yeah, not the first, though, not the original position. But we had a chance to close the original position at 10 flat. Just too quick. And that's why I say, like, I was also another thing. Remember I said once we rebroke the 4 hour lows and then we broke the previous 4 hour lows. That's a good sign because we typically have to come down and tap the next support once it does that. So as it came up, rejected, and now it's coming down to the next support. $11 p.m. Yeah, they went on a field trip. I dropped her up. I was up at 3:30 this morning, getting the kids dressed. Got them to school by 5 a.m. Pacer sucks. True. And now I gotta go pick her up. Still doesn't make sense of closing before your trade played out. From what it looks like, you covered your losses from... No. One closed 21 pips in profit. The other one closed at 8 pips negative. Or whatever it was. Go back. I'm sorry, like it was 16 and 3. One closed at 16 in profit, and it's basically a break even on the original position. The original position closed at -3. Caught 50 pips in total. Yeah, good job. You see how it's coming back? Is this the bottom wick on the hourly? I don't know. And the thing is, I play the levels right here. So I closed right as we started coming down here to 28.68 to this support, understanding that previous hourly's closed bullish. We can bounce off of here. We just don't know how steep that bottom wick will be. We don't know if it's going to come down here to 26 to 24. We do know that these are our advantage points and we have to use them, utilize them, right? So, I mean, you can LOL or LMAO all you want in doubting, riding, hold all the way down. Or it could sound like whatever you want to, right? But to me, it was a W. And that's how I do. The key is to show up and get a W every day. And if you could do this for days, weeks, months, years at a time, you will be well on your way out of poverty, right? As long as you won. I don't care if you won 50, 100. I don't care if you traded your own strategy, if you got buys. Some people had buys, took a W. I had sells and took a W. It's all perspective, right? Hi, Felicia. How do we know it's a bottom wick? We don't. But if it closes back up above range, then now you have a 30-minute fake out, right? If in 20 minutes you close back. And if you have a 30-minute fake out, you get a bottom wick and you start heading up. You're heading towards the hourly flip. You don't know it, right? The hourly could just close bearish where we are right now, top wick on the next hourly, and then it continues further down, and then the 4-hour completely plays out again after it flips bearish. We don't know it's a bottom wick until it actually happens to sell. But we can use the other time frames to give us a better story, a more precise story. Oh, let's update win number 135. Guess we had a plot twist today. All right, any more questions? Anybody want to talk about things that they don't understand? You know who I blame for this for the last 2 hours of drawdown? It's really the string theory guy. We need to find the string theory guy. Like, that's the reason we were in that drawdown, honestly. Mister, I have a question. Because if it wasn't for him, we would have had a better entry on the initial. And we probably would have been out of that trade at like close half at like 11 or 12 and then break even. G-string theory. I'm gonna go, you know, I'm gonna have to read up on that. I'm gonna have to read up on that. I gotta get acquainted with the G-string theory right now. Yo, this guy was planted here. He was a fucking spy thrown in here to throw us off. Fucking breaking down the 4-hour closure. He's like, I got a question. How about a trade? What do you think about string theory? Can I get a oy vey? Oy vey lechaim mazel tov. Fucking string theory. Anybody coming in here asking about string theory or saying bless you gets banned. That's it. Listen to BLP, kosher rapper. They try to do that. They try to do that with Marciahu. Remember that guy? Alright, I mean, if the trade's over and like we're like, what else are we gonna do here, chat? 300, like 700 people were here for me for my drawdown. 420 here for me for my success. And I mean, like we've tapped our smoke like light joint here low, right here, right? This is our light joint here. Should have put this during the trade. That would have been better. Yeah, that's that level. We've tapped it. We've tapped the light joint here level, gang. Congrats. Everybody won tonight. People got the W and bounced. Yeah. It's typical. The bag chased me. That's what happens. Pip and dippers. I think it was honestly just the trolls or the haters. They show up in droves whenever I'm in drawdown, and then they dip right away as soon as we get a W. Chat, if you got a W today with us, if you enjoyed that trade, if you learned anything from that breakdown, drop a like. Drop a like here. I know you forget. I forget on other people's streams too, right? So show up, drop a like, make sure you sub to the channel, and make sure you turn on your notification. All right? All right. Also, gang, make sure you go follow the IG. Go follow the IG. Appreciate that, Daniel. Thank you. Follow the IG. I want to grow the IG. Outside of that, I think we're done here. I just got to thank everybody. Like Mods, SL, Javier, Eddie, Hank, Santos. I see you guys. How'd you guys do? Anybody get like taken out in an L there?
Yeah, I took the first pineapple and then I closed at a net. Both of them 5 pips in profit, so a total of 10.
I took the first pineapple, but then once it came down on that hourly bottom wick without a top wick, I closed the pineapple. But then took your pineapple when you took it. Right, and closed it full for 40.
Jeez. Good job.
Nice.
You guys are fucking killing it.
Glad I took my sell when I did, or else the account would have blown.
Javier had a buy? Played a
Yeah,
song.
I had a swing longs, and right when you failed, bro, I added one.
Oh, it came back down against you?
Yeah, because I had failed around 2033, and at market close, that shit just dumped like another, what was that, like 6 points. So I had some bottom fills there that I failed before market like fully closed at 5.
Oh, but
So
this is a
when I
swing
went up-
position, so you weren't looking to manage it right now, right?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to, but I wasn't also expecting it to come back down. But when I went back to look to see what happened, I realized that those last 3 hourly candles had no bottom wicks.
I got to tell you though, if I'm looking for a swing position and it's a buy, I don't think I'm closing it this whole year. Like if I'm looking for a swing position, we're gonna come up. Like this year, we're gonna come up. We're gonna before the end of the year. Like you could take buys right now and close them out at the end of the year, and you'll be in profit by the end of the year. But like at some point, it'll get back to. So I think if I'm taking swings, well, also you got to depend how far you're looking. But if it's like weekly or monthly swings, I don't think I'm closing them out at all. Like
well, the thing is that when my swings hit, normally they just like if they swing and I'm in like a good size, like 2 or 3 lots, like that's what ends up passing my phase.
Oh, yeah, it's a
So
fun.
that's
Yeah,
what
there's only a certain amount of drawdown you can take. You can't just leave that
so
open.
that's what
for
I was
weeks.
trying to do with this, and dude, I only needed like for it to get to like 23.38, and it would have passed. But now like they got stopped out, so I gotta. Since I feel like I scaled in, so I had like 6 bullets. So on that pop to 34, I was able to close some at break even and some at profit. So I left my best fills.
There's your fake out. We were just talking about, hey, how do you know if it's going to come back up?
I know.
Well, you don't know if
Yeah,
it's
I
the
know,
bottom
bro.
wick.
Yeah.
Well, I think SL was asking about it, right? You don't know if it's
Yeah,
the
I was
bottom
asking.
wick, but like that's your first indication. The 15
Yeah.
closed back in range, so now you can start inferring. All right, we faked out. We're gonna tap the top of the range regardless. Bottom wick. That's your entry for the top of the range. Now you're like, all right, so that might start flipping the hourly. But the thing is, whoa, 12 minutes left on the hourly, so. Maybe you just tap the top of the range, and you will tap it, whether you tap it coming up now or as a top wick on the next hourly candle before you come down. And that's how you take advantage of it. You could say, all right, if it's a top wick, if it's a bottom wick on the hourly, great, I'll have a great entry, but you shouldn't expect it to flip. You should have an advantage point within the range. Forget the hourly flipping here. If it does, great, but your advantage point is just the range, not the actual hourly flip and the drive up. You're not looking for a position on the hourly flip. You're looking to be well in profits by the time that hourly flips by playing the smaller time frame range. And then if the hourly flips, then God bless you, and you have runners on the higher time frame. You know what I mean?
I took.
So I'm gonna wait now for this new hourly to see if we make a bottom wick first, and then if we hold the range, making the bottom wick, and then it starts to break, then I'll re-enter. So I'm just gonna wait for these 12 minutes and probably like the first 15 minutes of the next hour.
I got you.
Took the 30-minute flip for sells at 10:30 because we had broken the 4-hour low and closed below, and I saw like
right here?
12 pip profit, but no, like 10:30, 15 minutes ago.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, I took our current 30-minute flip, and because it came up, made a top wick first, no bottom wick, flipped. My girlfriend called, so I was on the phone, distracted, saw 12, but I was like,
Bro, you need a
That's an easy fix. Break up with her. She's watching the stream right
She
now.
can't call you from 7 p.m. to midnight.
Hold on, no. That's not the
She knows
reason. I
that
don't want to
too,
blame the
dude.
girlfriend. Don't.
I always tell her
That's
I'll
a bad
call her.
habit. That's a bad habit. First of all, you didn't have to pick up. Second of all, you don't have to give her your number. I know it's your girlfriend, but she's not obligated to have it. Number 2. Number 3, she ain't pressed the button. Number 4, you are responsible for everything that happens in your life, no matter how much other things affected it. No matter how much you put yourself into that specific position at that specific moment in time where that specific fucking thing happened to you. There's no one in this world more responsible than you. Like, you might not be fully responsible, but there's no one around you that is more responsible or that can take more responsibility for the L than you. So the first thing we got to do is take raw responsibility for what we are doing. Is she calling back? That's because she heard what I said.
Yeah, she's calling
I
right
was just
now.
kidding, and you don't know my name. I don't know my name.
You know what?
I don't know my name.
Turn that off.
But
That's hilarious.
honestly, like, yeah, if you
I
took a
take full
position
responsibility.
and
I
you
don't
don't have a
care.
plan for that position here, then get out of it. But you already took a W. Why did you need to take a position there, knowing that
This
the
account. I was waiting for you to be done speaking. I bought this account till I have something for tonight and tomorrow because I'm loading up for next week. I don't know if you saw, I gambled buy sell on 2 accounts and passed one.
No,
Because they're a 1-to-1 ratio.
No,
On
on
Apex,
the funded.
it's
Oh,
a 1-to-1
you're trying
ratio
to
to
you're
pass
trying
and
to
fail.
pull a little
Little trickery.
Mr. Cohen strategy over here, the strategizer, trying to get around their rules.
Yeah. They sent me the email to pay for the performance account, so must be fine to do.
And shit,
you can't do
just
it
do it
on-
a few more times, or do it every time. Just don't take that sell there every time.
Yeah. I mean, I still don't understand why the 30-minute close below that light joint here level.
Did it reject off a previous I didn't see how we formed here, but you probably want to go back and see if there's a strong resistance that we can reject off, like I think 23, 28. See where the wicks come down, a level that drives price down. So I think you're probably better off waiting for this area to be tapped. And that's where the wicks came up to also. I'd probably wait for that level to be tapped across the board. Oh, whoops. I don't know how it formed there in the first. I gotta look in the first 5 minutes here. Yeah, no, it would have done it immediately. Well, it did kind of come up to that level.
No, the wick formed nicely.
Yeah, I think you need.
And it broke the previous 30
You're
low.
either looking for a wick entry, but I gotta tell you, I'm probably not looking for anything there because the previous hourly closed above the most recent range, and now you broke through those two ranges, right? Like you're making a bottom wick. You're still making a bottom wick on the hourly until the hourly closed. Now, if that hourly closed below there, now you have the bearish hourly, and every time frame is in your direction, right? I think you were just a little too soon. You're not wrong in your breakdown. You're just too soon. Understanding that not every time frame lined up.
Right.
But then again, like, I'm not like, you know, as somebody said before, I sold the low. But that's just what we do. Sell the low, buy the high. And
Massively
make money.
ranging here, aggressively. I assumed that volume 2 coming in.
I think we said this coming into tonight, based on the way the daily closed and the 4 hour at the strong 4 hour low. There's a high likelihood that we're not going to see this parabolic move like we had earlier. We're gonna range at this level. It's just typically what happens. But remember I said it, it's a big range. We're gonna range at this area, but it's a big range. It's a 100 pip range, so we can take advantage of a few pips here within this range. I think those would that was the first thing I said this when I hopped on stream today, like 4 hours ago. It's 11. I hopped on stream at like 7:50. Yeah, like 3 hours ago, 3.5 hours ago. Honestly, I'm done here for the night. I think it'll range here throughout this session for the rest of the session. Maybe pre-London, London, New York. You might see something, but get some rest. Don't overtrade. I see you guys. You're all overtraders, every single one of you. Every single one of you.
Thanks, Wicks.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for asking valuable questions. Hope you guys get valuable answers out of them.
Monday is bank holiday.
When?
Swear?
Tomorrow?
No.
Monday.
New York.
Yeah, for New York.
Yeah, we chilling. We'll be right back here for Asian. All right, gang. For those of you that don't know, we run this stream every single weekday, Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, make sure you're here. So for all of you that show up here on the streams, I'll see you guys on Monday. For all the private gang, everyone at Wix's table, everyone who signed up for Wix's table, I will see you on Sunday, and we will run that stream. I want to try to start that stream a bit earlier, 7:30. But honestly, I'm gonna look at how the market is right off the open, and if we have some volume, I think I'll pull up early. So that's gonna be for the private session on Sunday around. It's 8 p.m. typically, but I'll try to be there earlier. All right. I'll be trading also tomorrow. I'll be trading in the clubhouse in the morning. So I'll see you guys in there in the chats. We had a nice W this morning. Really great W this morning. Top of countries. All right. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the chat. The mean streets of chat. The mean chats of YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Zoom gang. See you guys in our private session in the clubhouse and chat. The rest of you, love and wisdom to you all. All right. I hope you guys got some value tonight. A lot of great knowledge was dropped today. We had time to discuss a lot of great things. Don't mind that light joint here. Everything besides that was great. Actually, even that's great. All right, gang. That's my time. Hasta la pasta. I'll see you guys on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody.
That works.
Good night.